Good morning, everybody. Let's see. So far, we got QP, and then he said, and huh. How is everybody? Let's see here. I am going back and forth between computers. Hi, Vanessa. All right, let's see here. Oops, I'm getting confused on what I'm doing between my computers here. Well, it was good to see MA got back fine. And listen to his. I listened to his late. I was taking a nap during his. I didn't mean to be, but when Scott didn't come on, I think I fell asleep. Hi, Sarah. Been a lot of interesting live streams lately. It's hard to keep up with everybody. I've been putting it on, like if I miss them, sometimes I'll put it on a minute, a quarter, and a minute and a half so that I can catch up more easily. Hi, Patrick. Nice to see you here this morning. Yeah, I only caught, I think I fell asleep halfway through Once Upon a Timeline stream last night. Yeah, I was there for half of it, QP, and then I fell asleep. Or maybe I was listening to part of it and kind of fell asleep halfway through, but I'm going to have to go back and listen to the last half again. Yeah, we were really waxed and philosophical on hers last night. Let's see. I had a couple things, but I did not write them down. Now I know one of them, but I'm trying to rack my brain trying to think of the other one. Well, also during hers, I thought I had that vibration in my head too, so I thought maybe I even shifted halfway through hers as well. I don't know. I've been having those quite a bit lately, so I'm not real sure if that's what it is or what. Did I shift it? QP? So oh goodness, that's funny. But one thing really weird that happened. This was before Eva's stream. Raine, I don't know if you guys. Hi, Evie. I don't know if you guys know her, but she and Tomicon were on live last night, and I watched part of that. And anyway, White Rabbit was in that chat, and I always enjoy talking to him and stuff. And anyways, they were talking about how synchronicities and manifesting stuff and stuff like that, and how if you think something or you ask to see something, it'll show up. And so I was thinking to myself, I'm watching. We have more than one Mandela, huh? It says, yeah, yeah, that's crazy. And 4 diaphragms, whatever. It's so stupid. It's just so bizarre, isn't it? Well, anyway, on the broadcast thing, I didn't want to lose that train of thought before I forget, but they're talking about manifesting or thinking something, and then how it'll come up on an ad on Facebook, even if you just were thinking it, So, I didn't say anything out loud, but to myself, I said, I didn't say White Rabbit, but I said, okay, well, I was watching Tim, what's his name? Tim, the comedian guy, that show Last Man Standing. And I said, okay, now if that can happen, let's just say maybe a rabbit will randomly show up, So I was watching that show and everything, and no rabbit came by the first minute or whatever of the show, but then all of a sudden, and I took a picture of it too, but what is it called? the commercial came on. Hi, Awakened Saint. But anyway, a commercial, let me get to the picture. A commercial came on, and it was, I gotta see, oh darn it, I went to the wrong thing. It was something bunny, and I could not believe it. I mean, I honestly could not believe that. It's like, is that really coincidence, or what is that? It's just crazy. Let's see, let me look at the picture. What was it? Blue Bunny Snacks came on. A commercial for Blue Bunny Snacks. I could not believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But yeah, that was a good stream with Raine and Tomicon last night. But I was just like, when that Blue Bunny ice cream or those snacks came on, I just was floored. It's like, well, maybe there is something to this. I don't know. Hi, Awakened Saint. Hi, Brandon. Good morning. Yeah, so that was crazy. To me, that almost, that's like a little bit more than coincidences, just for me to think, okay, well, then I'll just see a rabbit randomly, and then that Blue Bunny commercial comes on. I don't know. To me, that means there's something weirdly supernatural, or that it's a simulation or something, because I just don't see how that can just randomly happen out of nowhere. What time zone are you in, huh? It's weird because I just sleep whenever. Like yesterday, I slept in the afternoon for a really long time. And actually, after that, I felt really, really good. And, I was wide awake until about halfway through Eva's broadcast. And then I was like zonked. But I knew I had to get up for this too, so maybe I just knew I needed at least a couple hours of sleep to do this show. Hi, Simon says. Oh, sorry, you guys. Our yawn's contagious. Mm-hmm. But yeah, someone was talking about how, and then I found it odd, like when I was rewatching MA's stream, someone was saying something about when they wake up from like a nap or sleep or whatever, they almost feel drugged. And that's exactly how I've been feeling. I didn't feel that necessarily yesterday, but like I've been feeling that a lot lately, just that I'm drugged. I've said it before, even on my broadcasting too. It's a really weird feeling. Like it's just all foggy, and I don't know. Let's see. Patrick says in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Yes, he did. That's my belief. Yeah, it is 7:15 Eastern. A little bit after noon. Manchester time. And in Australia, looks like 9:15 p.m. in Sydney anyway. I guess they probably have different time zones too. I think there's at least 2 or 3. And then I think, didn't you say, Keepy, you're an hour behind Sydney, so 8:15 your time p.m. Is that correct? Let's see here. Yeah, Evie, you said it's easier to manifest, but the thing is, I just don't know. I don't really think I don't know. Hi, Jetson. Yeah, I think we can manifest things. I just don't know if we should, I think sometimes it's okay if it's necessary, and, you ask for God's help with stuff, or you're praying or something like that, but I don't know. And even me asking to see that rabbit, I mean, I don't even know if that was right. That's probably wrong. Hi, Chris Fitzpatrick. How are you this morning? But I don't know. Darn, there was something else I wanted to get to. Let's see, Brandon. For everyone watching, you're having photo on at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight live. And Mink's tomorrow night. Great. That sounds wonderful. You guys sound too much alike, though. How did you manifest 10 pounds, Evie? What do you mean, Patrick? He says it's difficult to accurately explain what I've been experiencing during most any part of my past or even describe your current. Do you mean in regards to just in general or manifestation or what? Now, there is something though that, which, I don't consider this manifestation really, but when I was working in my storage units, I knew I had some savings bonds somewhere. And, anyways, those showed up. And, so that was kind of cool because I really needed that money. It helped to pay for my next month on my storage units and stuff like that. So, oh, thank you, Brandon. That's really sweet. That'll be cool that you're going to have Meeks on. And I think Awakened Saint's going to be live tomorrow too. I'm not sure what time because he's in a different time zone as well. I think it's about 2 p.m. in Saudi Arabia. 2 p.m. Is that what I said? Let's see. Really, Evie? You went into the shop and came out and in your car was 10 pounds? That's cool. I'm going to have to think that. I think that's happened a couple times with me too. Like, it's like I really just need like $1 more or something for whatever reason. And all of a sudden, you've got it either in change or whatever, or another dollar bill that is in a weird spot or something. Hi, Sky Viewer. I'm drinking my iced coffee. Sorry if it's gulping. I don't turn off the sounds. Oh, let me put it on something a little bit nicer to look at. And if you guys want me to pull up anything in particular or look up anything, I can do that as well. Let's see here. There we go. So I will go to this other computer to do what I was doing. Yeah, Meek said something during Eva's chat that she might want to get, a slot on this on the 24-hour stream, and that'd be cool. I like Meeks. She's really cute with her glasses. Let's see. Hi, Andrew. Good morning. Hi, Korrie. Good morning, or good afternoon, good evening for you. Korrie, have you seen anything weird in the sky lately? Here, I don't really see much. I do see some spectacular sunsets at times and sunrises. And I need to put together a compilation for that. Oh, that's one thing I can talk about. You guys, I put together like my last video that's in between my morning stream yesterday and this one. Those temperature indicators work. Now, wasn't it just yesterday that I was looked and I said, it was either yesterday or the day before that I had looked and said, hi, Mary, how are you? I said how I looked at April and I said how it hadn't changed. And yesterday afternoon, I looked at it and almost every day in April had changed. So I think that was yesterday morning that I was looking at it. It was either yesterday morning or the morning before, and it hadn't changed. And then yesterday afternoon. So you guys look at that, and you might want to keep track of the temperatures because it's a really cool way to find out, like, you know, because every day changed at least 1 degree, which I don't really count those, but I still make a note of it. You know, but there were some days that changed like 3 degrees, and then one that changed 9 degrees for the high and 5 for the low. So that's in my previous video right before this one, but that'd be kind of cool to, you know, have other people doing that too, to compare notes that I know there's at least one person that's going to do it with me and has been a little bit, but that'll be interesting to see if we come up with the same dates, you know, that change, or if, hi Sharky. But, you know, to see if we come up with the same dates or not. So there's at least one other person that's going to do it with me. And he's going to keep track of, well, he has been, but he hasn't been at home to check to see. Yeah, Meeks is, I like her. And it's funny how he remembers, like, I guess that's a name change too, where it just used to be Migs and now it's Migs B. Yeah, Brenda, that's exactly how I feel. I feel like most of us, as long as we're, you know, some of us are Christians and some, you know, and I'm not one that I don't really go to church or anything. I just, you know, I do read the Bible. Let's see. You could see a gazillion stars last night. That's cool. Isn't there supposed to be some meteor shower pretty soon? Oh, good, Korrie, you're going to come on. That's good. Okay, now Simon says, I have a question for you. It says, it's like a really hot summer day here. Very strange for that time of year. You saw a huge bumblebee. Never seen one so big. Because like in MA's stream last night, he was going through an animal book or whatever. And the bumblebee that he showed wasn't like the one that we remember. And I'm wondering, how are you, if it was a huge, was it like the fuzzy kind with like big black and yellow stripes like it used to be, or at least for me, or was it, you know, did it look a little different, or did it look like just a normal bumblebee to you, Simon? I'm curious. Oh, I got a thumbs down. That must be Jetson because I blocked him. Yeah, I think most of us in this group are pretty open about, like, even if we don't necessarily agree with somebody else, you know, we get along fine as long as we're respectful of everybody. Was it just yellow, Simon? It wasn't yellow and black stripes? And was it like like the big old fuzzy kind? I'm curious. I haven't seen a bumblebee in a long time. Yeah, Korrie, I told her to go to one of MA's streams and look at the bottom, and that your email and the other, and Ashley and Ox's were at the bottom, and she said she saw it. So I think she's planning on emailing at least one of you. Yeah. Well, I told her to email one of the three. It's Migsby. Yeah. Like B as in boy. Migs and then space and then just the initial B. She's done a lot of cool interviews as well. Hi, Raleigh. Good morning. Well, yeah, it used to be Migsby anyway. I don't know. I think it still is. It was last night anyway. 3 inches across? My gosh. A bumblebee that big? Brandon, if you need help with OBS, I might be able to help you. I don't know. You know, that's how I do my videos. I don't do my live streams with OBS. I wish I could, but it doesn't work with. I'm going to try it one more. No, I tried it several times. I've done test live streams with it and it just never, it's the stream. They kill the stream because, now yours will be different. Mine's just because it's bad internet. Yeah, I heard that Billy Graham was a Mason. I think that's unfortunately probably true. Yeah, I don't know if I'm the right voice for early morning. Of course, it's evening where Korrie is, but so Evie, you've seen a bee like that was in an MA's book. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? How he said, "Yeah, you can." It's so easy to tell if people are affected or not by what they remember because, like, you know, who else but us could describe the way bumblebees used to look? You know, kind of funny. Did Scott say in MA stream? I mean, not that he has to go on every time. Everybody deserves a break. But I was just wondering why he missed because I was sleepy and I was like, Scott's gonna come on. That'll be fine. That'll wake me up. And then because he didn't come on, then I fell asleep and didn't watch MAs, so I had to fast forward through. Well, I did it on quick speed. Looked like I was buffering for a minute. Let me check it. Okay, looks like I'm still on anyway. Yeah, I tried to do a music one the other day and it didn't work out because my internet's just too slow. I was disappointed. I'd like to do that sometimes. Just play music and have people come on for the chat. A queen bee, yeah, could have been, but 3 inches, my goodness. That's nuts. That picture on the screen that looks like an ear. What's funny? An ear coming out of that. I love Google Earth images whenever I open up a new tab in this computer. Hi, JW. Whenever I open up a new tab on it, it gives me a new Google image. I don't know if I'm supposed to really be showing that, but But yeah, Brendan, if you need help on OBS, I might be able to help you. You can email me or something, but it's pretty, I like it. I like using it for my videos for sure. I just wish I could use it for this. I wish I could use it for my live streams. How are you today, JW? Kind of goes fast through the first half hour. I can't believe it's already halfway done. Now, Kathy, are you listening? If she is, I don't know if she's going to go on after me today or not. That was good at stream that she had yesterday. Zombie apocalypse. Well, there's a lot of people have been dreaming about zombies, and then some nuclear war, and then some with like stuff happens to where, like water's coming over, like a flood type thing. Mr. MB333, that was so interesting. The animal stuff he's doing, because Evie said the ducks. Yeah, it's crazy. Let's see. I missed something, I think. I'm going to go back in the chat. Yeah, I think we're all better than we deserve. Yeah, that someone in Eva's stream last night was saying how she was so glad that we were doing the 24-hour live stream, because it was the first time that she really felt like she needed it. And then Eva came on. So that's really cool. That I think that's really, really neat that we're doing all these live ones, because like, I know there's been a couple times too. It's just like, man, I just need to talk and see some familiar people. I mean, even though they're not, we're just online friends or whatever, it means a lot. I mean, it is a Mandela family, really. I like how Unamendi says, "Hello, Mandela family." I love his channel. He's great. All right, Raleigh. Yeah, I need to do bedtime stories or something. Oh, that's nice, huh? Thank you. Yeah, I only slept a couple hours. I fell asleep halfway through Eva's, and it was such an interesting conversation, but I was really tired. And then I woke up just a little bit beforehand, but I kind of like this time though, because it's kind of a good time for, noon's not a bad hour for Manchester, and 8 p.m. Eastern is 6 p.m. my time, so that's good. Brandon, you and Photo Helix just sound too much alike, though. Thank goodness, that you'll have you'll probably show your face, and then Photo he usually shows his icon. But it's interesting how you guys both sound alike, kind of alike, and you're both from Tennessee. So I haven't seen anything real interesting lately, except for like the whole temperature thing. That really shocked me, because I had just checked it. I'd either checked it yesterday morning or the day before. No change whatsoever. And then all of a sudden, bam. Hi, Joner. Hi, Therian. Yeah, Mary says she's been sleeping longer more often. I don't want to settle in any particular time. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm wondering, is like, because I kind of felt my brain buzz last night when I was falling asleep during Eva's. Hi, Dark Wolf. Nice to see you. And so I don't know, like, if a lot of times we do shift when we're asleep. I mean, I know I've shifted when I've been awake before, because I had like this huge headache, and It's like I almost couldn't stand it, and then I ended up getting sick. And I've never vomited with a headache before, so I think that was just a hard shift. I'll be right back, you guys. I'm going to get some coffee. Okay, I got, yeah, my ears were ringing last night too, huh? Okay, now I have to go back because I saw Sharky say something about eating coffee greens. Why did you do that? I don't know about that. Hi, Diane. Skywatcher Diane. Glad to have you here this morning. Let's see. Did Patrick stream after Scott Baylo last night? Because I didn't catch Scott Baylo's either because I was sleeping as well. Hi, Rationally. How are you? Oh, CERN's powering up stronger than ever. Maybe I should bring that up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the CERN beam and see what's going on with it. Chocolate coffee beans. I like flavored coffees. I love hazelnut. I love vanilla bean coffee. Amaretto is okay. I mean, I like it. I like almost all kinds. There's really not one that I don't think that I don't like. Well, at the minute, they're not doing anything, but they have been. Like just about an hour ago, it looks like they powered up. That's weird. I haven't seen it go straight. Like they must have gone beyond 7,000. Otherwise, it would show it. Okay, and then he says, I wonder if our ear ringing, headaches, anger, frustration, eating, and sleep habits are from the powers that be sending out a download to zombies. Yeah, possibly. Very possibly. So was Bluebeard on earlier this morning, or he might still be on? Yeah, he does. He looks at this too. I like his streams as well. He says some out there stuff, but then later on he's usually proven right. You like the smell of skunks in the paper mill? You're weird, Sharky. I didn't know anybody liked the smell of skunks. Yeah, but if you look at that, it looks like they did something about an hour ago that went way off the charts. Let's see what they've been doing lately, or like the last 24 hours or whatever. Yeah, so it looks like, in looking at this new one, that they were up on all, kind of pretty much on all cylinders for a good while. Like for at least 12 hours, it looks like. Trying to think of what time they're on. I think they're probably, what, maybe 2 hours behind or ahead of London? Nothing makes logical sense. I know. Mysterious, hectic, mysteriously wonderful. I agree with you, Patrick. I mean, logic kind of got thrown out the window, though, when we noticed all these changes, you know? I mean, there really is no logic to anything anymore, in my opinion. My head is hurting right now, right this second. What's the Bible Gateway? Dark Wolf? Are you talking about this Bible Gateway, the site with all the Bible versions on it, or are you talking about something else? Oh, yeah. That's what I use, what Bible Gateway all the time. The one of the reasons I like it is I like to use like my Bible after I started with God in college. I use the NIV and I like the NIV. And I know some people are King James only. Please don't say, please don't bash me that I don't use King James, because I do look at it for sure. But like, for instance, NIV still has wineskins. But anyway, but I have those as physical Bibles, but one of the versions that I don't have there, but I like, is the Tree of Life version. It's it's one of the Messianic Jewish Bibles that they use, and I like it because they have a lot of the original Hebrew words. Like you can't find the word hell in that Bible because it's either like the grave, it's properly translated, or not translated. It's either grave or Hades, or well, I don't even think Hades is in there. I think they use, because Hades is the same as Sheol, so they just put Sheol up in there, and they use Adonai, and they use. That's one of the reasons I like Bible Gateway, so I can look at that Tree of Life version. Yeah, I quit taking all my medication. I shouldn't say that because some of my family are listening. They'll be mad. But yeah, that was the first time I think I had a migraine, was that, and I should have written it down when that happened, because I couldn't believe I got sick. I've never gotten sick with just a headache before, but I felt it coming. I'm like, I feel like I'm going to get sick. And sure enough, I did. Oh, Darkwolf, I didn't know you went on right before me. I just got I looked at my phone and saw some notifications that I didn't see earlier. Yeah, and then he said, you say the main thing about your headaches is the pressure. Yeah, I felt that, and then I've also just, I don't like the seizure type feeling either, where it's like, feels like a vibrating type of deal, vibration, like a vibration. I just don't like that. That bothers me. Did you get sick, Jenner? Yeah, I like Vanessa VA's channel as well. Now, are any of you planning on going to the conference in the DC area? That's July 14th, I believe. Hi, Hour One. I think Vanessa's so funny with her when people call in about that apartment or the room or something, and she always asks everybody. Evie says, Blue said to look at the weather in Geneva if there's a storm. Yeah. Never say never. It tempts the universe. Yeah. That is for sure. Korrie says YouTube's playing up again. You know what I hate? I was in my own live stream and they asked me to log in. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I was so mad. That was the other day. And then it seems like the last few days, oh, they're going to live stream the conference? That's cool. Thanks, Sharky, for saying that. Let's see. A narrative diary, experimentally. Yeah. I'm afraid that somebody's going to read it if I did that. So I have a logbook, but it's mostly just numbers and words that nobody else could figure out what it would mean. I've never been to DC, so I would really love to go, but I can't see any way on this earth that I'd be able to. I mean, DC's someplace I've always wanted to go. But that is great that they're going to live stream it. That'll be awesome. So is anybody in this room going to go for sure? Yeah, it's in, well, I mean, I don't know if it's Virginia or Maryland or wherever, but it's in that DC, it's right around DC. Oh, JW, are you going? That would be cool. Now, I know, I guess Raleigh's gone, but I think he was trying to do one in August in Reno, too. And then I'd heard somebody say that they were maybe even thinking about doing one in Dallas. But Dallas wouldn't be bad because, oh, you were asking if they were going to live stream. Darn. I thought maybe they would for sure. That'd be great. QP, you're on an island. You can always fly. That was crazy about that lady getting sucked out of the airplane. Oh, my gosh. Mary, you think a lot of people are going to go to the conference? I don't know. Not because they wouldn't want to, but just because of cost. But maybe they're, well, I don't know. The East Coast is very populated. Now, some people say with Vanessa VA's name that they don't remember the two N's. I do. That's the only way I've seen her name. But Jensploration, that has one N now, well, in the Jen part I'm talking about, she used to be two N's for me. She'll need a bigger boat. Yeah, me too, JW. So, but you just remember the one N, and then he said in Vanessa rather than two N's. It's weird how these ME channels, their names change. I mean, even MA, he definitely used to be ME, you know, for me. And it's not just because it says mental affected on his banner. I mean, I remember it, his name also being with an E. And then, of course, Brian McFarlane has changed several times. Gensploration's changed. And then there was one other person that's changed, I believe. Oops, I didn't mean to have it like that. I mean to... There we go. Here, I'll go to the... That's the history. I'll go to the most current. Where's the page one? Oh, there it is. Oh, it looks like they're doing something now. I can't remember what the blue thing means. Each one of those means something else, but I can't remember which one's which. The black, the red, and the blue. Their personality shifts too. Well, yeah, because it's not the same people, Brandon. You know, when you see a name change, unless they're screwing with us, which I don't think they are, you know, I would never say that and don't even think it. But it's because they're different versions of themselves, you know. Because I know, like, even for MA, like some of his that I've seen go missing, and then other ones pop up out of nowhere, you know. And when you've seen all the videos, and then you go back and look, and you know, some just show up. It's weird. And he says he doesn't delete any, so. Oh, they powered up Atlas, Evie? Yeah. Which island are you going to, JW? So you think you saw Unirock change? Well, I was watching, and Scott was there too, and he said the same thing. It was Scott, and I think Emma Frosty Knickers was there too, or watching, I should say, not there. But Scott Harrison and I both said Poppie shifted mid broadcast. It was weird. And she looked totally different. It was really strange. Bye, Simon. Have a great day. A lot of people get really angry when you have a different point of view. And then he said, yeah. Yeah, I just, I don't know what it is about why people are meaner, or just, you know, and it just seems everything's more evil in this world. I don't know. It's kind of scares me a little bit, you know. I want to be going towards a better world, not a more evil world. But yeah, my that temperature thing really works, you guys, if anybody wants to try it. That's okay, Joner. You can lurk. What's wrong, Korrie? Is YouTube like having you log in or what? Oh, one thing I've noticed too that I want, and in fact I want to make a short video on this, is that, does anybody have YouTube go back and forth between formats? Like for instance, right now it's in the format where the chat box is even with the screen that you're watching. But like sometimes it'll go back to the old format, which I actually like. That the chat box is a lot longer and there's more like, see, like right now I can only see 3 to 4 people at a time in the chat box. And when it goes longer, you can see like 8 or so, people in the chat box. And I like that old format a little bit better, but I didn't know if it's just like I'm using a different computer server for YouTube, or if we're shifting or what. Yeah, and then he said, I agree with you. I review all the information but commit to nothing. But I'm starting to lean towards certain things, though. Yeah, Evie, animals seem to be seeking refuge. I agree. Because they're even going up to people, like, protect me or whatever. But maybe it has something to do with, like, I don't know, that new magnetic field we found. My head's feeling funny right now. The new magnetic field that they found, or, you know, some people are, you change your theories by the day. Well, Dark Wolf, I do too, but I have 2 main theories, but I think it's also a combination of stuff, as well. So that's what makes it confusing, is because I think a lot of things are involved. I think it's more than just one thing. But I don't know if Kathy's going to go on after this or not. If somebody sees Kathy go live, let me know and I'll get off. Dark Wi-Fi, when during Eva's stream, I saw that, and I agree with you 100% on what you said when you said that the thing that it's really puzzling and that you can't reconcile is that, we see changes at different times, even if we're affected. Like all of a sudden it'll just be, I saw this change, and then the other person will say, well, I saw that change, 2 months ago. Let's see. Hans says, I see it as prophecy being fulfilled. We just didn't realize the Bible meant quantum science changes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and a lot of things now that we've seen the ME, make sense in the Bible now, like, that we can move mountains if we want to, and, other different things. What'd you say, Sharky? 2 field mice picked up a hummingbird with their hands? Is that what you're saying? Okay, so Mary says, I'm combining CERN, Satanist, Illuminati, piece of cake. Missing 411 and alien Bigfoot abduct. Yeah, pretty complex cosmology. It is. You went over 33 changes from the Bible. I'll try to find the link, you guys. Oh, well, no, I'm not going to do that right now, I guess. Let's see. And then he says, your belief is that people translate the Bible with current knowledge, and now we have more information and invention. The meaning is, in some places, is different. Yeah. Well, that's what is interesting about. Brandon says he thinks quantum computers, CERN, and even AI. Well, I think AI is involved in something, anyways, because there's something with that to that for sure. I lost my train of thought. What are you talking about? The missing 411? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Are you talking about the people in the parks? Yeah, Are you talking about the Bernstein books where it changed to AI in the title? Yeah. Oh shoot, I've got AI in my name, Raine. On the planes, I've got 2 AIs. Yeah, okay, good. That's what it came to me after a bit about the people that go missing in national parks. Yeah. The AI chip is the same layout as the Holy Temple of God. Oh my goodness. I think I've seen something about that. I need to research that a little bit better. Oh, like all physical changes can't be AI, dark wolf, right? Unless we live in a simulation. And then it can be, because I've thought of that too. And that's why, to me, it's like any theory that I come up with, it's like simulation can cover that theory on top of it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Vanessa, Texas, did you have to put TX on the end of your name so that they wouldn't get you mixed up with Vanessa VA? Well, yeah, Evie, more and more missing people here too. And it's weird because and even some of the people see, are they people? So you did have to. Okay. Vanessa says she had to change it to TX in the end. The dimensional shifting, yeah. Do you disappear to some people? Do you mean like go offline for a while? Like where you're not doing any videos and stuff? Is that what you mean? Dark Wolf? Yeah, you see some people go off for a while and you wonder, like, where'd they go? Oh, literally disappear. Like in your videos? I haven't seen that. Hmm. That's interesting, though. I do think that there's realities on top of realities, though, because, like, I think that's what explains, like, sometimes the radios and the conversations and the music that I hear. Let's see. Brandon says human sacrifices or alien abduction, or they are still on old Earth. Theories are endless about the disappeared. Yeah. Oh, disappear off the Earth. Yeah. So Patrick Roberts, what happened to him? Did he go on? No, I don't think anybody answered me, or at least I didn't see it. Did he go on after Scott Baylo last night or not? Because, yeah, where is he? The population number changed. Yeah, I wish I could remember what it used to be for me. I don't really remember. I know what it is now or supposed to be. So if that changes, I'll definitely notice that. But I don't know what it used to be. I didn't pay attention. Brennan says there's less people on Earth than there was, and there are like 20,000 people go missing, and every year, and every state has the stats. Says there were several videos. Satan copies everything he can try to be like God. The AI chip is designed the same as the Holy of Holies. Wow. I'm going to have to do some research on that. Yeah, I know it's 7.6 billion now. I never paid attention to what the yeah, it's 7.6 now. 7.6 billion, but I didn't pay attention to the population before. Just didn't pay attention to it. I'll have to check that out, Vanessa. So we're changing the stats. You remember 10 billion, Evie? Oh, wow. Yeah, I just don't know if it's changed for me either, Cupie. I don't think it did. I mean, because, and for one thing, I agree with, you know, most stuff you and I agree on anyway. So I don't think it's changed for me, but I don't know. So Houston used to have 6 and then 4 and now 2. That's a huge change. Yeah, the population's been stuck at 7.6 for months. The Bible now doesn't say Holy of Holies in the King James. Wow, I'll have to look that up because I hadn't seen that Bible change. Had not seen that one. I like Bible Gateway for going to what the King James says and then comparing what the other versions say so that you can kind of remember what the King James used to say, you know. But I don't know, you guys. I mean, I know I'm going to probably irritate some people that love the King James, but the thing is, like, some people are saying that King James wasn't Mason even, you know, and that some of the translators were, you know, there's kind of some corruption that could have been involved in that. Hi, Awakened Saint. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look up that Bible change. I hadn't seen that one about the Holy of Holies. Yeah, the innermost part of the temple, right? Or, you know, or well, not, I mean, towards the back, but the place where only the certain priests could go and where they kept the Ark of the Covenant. Yeah. So that's so stupid. When you say that they changed it from Holy of Holies to Oracle, that kind of reminds me of the Matrix movie. Yeah. Plus, that's a snake. We just said it at the same time. Plus the Matrix reference. Okay, Awakened Saint says, did you notice Jesus is born a governor now and not a king? In Matthew? No, I didn't see that. That's stupid, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Well, Patrick, I think that's a good idea to do a memoir like that. The only reason I'm not doing that is because I wouldn't want people around me to read it. 7 churches in Asia? I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen the word Asia before in the Bible. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm doing that right now. Let's see. I missed part of my... Oracle on Bible Gateway. Yeah, I don't remember Asia. I'm going to look that up right now. Okay. Authorized King James Version, Asia. That's weird. It's in Acts. And well, there's lots of places. Well, I don't know where it says in Revelation. Let's see what another version says. I'm going to check out the NIV on those. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to click on Revelation 1:4, John to the 7 churches in Asia. I'm going to see what the NIV says. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm back. I hope you can hear me. Anyway, yeah, as soon as I wanted to look up something in the Bible, then my internet went out. What are the odds? Okay, so NIV says Asia too. Honestly, for that part, I don't remember. I don't know if I'm getting the download, but it seems like it was Asia. But maybe not. Let me see what this... I think it used to say Asia Minor, maybe. What do you guys think of that? I don't know. I think it might have said Asia Minor. I mean, that makes more... Because I think I do remember Asia Minor in the Bible, but not just plain Asia. Let's see. How far back, though? They've been quantumly changing the Bible for decades. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. Changed way back, so most forgot it was not originally life. Yeah, well, to me, I totally remember it being life. It was, for me, it was always the way, the truth, and the life. Yes. But I know for a lot of people, it's always been light, so... Hi, Diane, again. But shoot, I had a point to make about that. Oh, well, that's another thing. You know, I've talked about like the name changes that I saw in the 80s, along with John Deere being the first. But another thing I noticed in the 80s was Revelations went to Revelation, and Matthew just used to have one T for me. Does anybody remember Matthew with one T? Yeah, Quick Mary. Yeah, I remember Revelations with an S on the end, yes. And it happened around the time that I saw John Deere. So that's why, I'm thinking that it happened around that same time frame that I took that aspirin bottle. Does anybody remember Matthew with one T? because I read the whole book of Revelation several times when I was about that age. Hi, Aqsa. Good afternoon to you. Yeah, I'm trying to think of if any other like books of the Bible besides Revelations and Matthew changed, but I don't. Well, it used to be Song of Solomon, and doesn't it say Song of Songs or something? Or maybe that's just in some versions. I'm not really sure. Let me see. Bible book list. Yeah, see, it used to be Song of Solomon instead of Song of Songs for me. Does anybody remember? I mean, and that might not be an ME. It just might be like something that I don't know. I mean, do you guys remember Song of Solomon? I don't know why it would call it Song of Songs now. Yeah, I mean, it always was Song of Solomon. I don't know when that changed for me. Yeah, Creek Mary the Love poem, but Aqsa Jetson was one, I think, and I don't know if he came back in as something else and did another thumbs down or I don't know what, but that's all right. But I think Jetson was one of the thumbs downs because I kicked him out or her. It's Song of Songs now, but it used to be yeah, A Gamer as used to have some pretty racy stuff. Well, it probably still does, but or maybe it is different. I haven't read that book of the Bible in a long time. But yeah, it's all about lovemaking. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of when that could have changed for me. I think that might have changed in the 80s or early 90s as well. I don't know. Yeah, because I always thought that was really strange that it changed. Yeah. So it now says the Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. I know, but they never used to refer to it that way. You know, it used to be just Song of Solomon. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think there's any other ones that I can think of that have changed. But I remember, those three on Revelation, Matthew, and Song of Solomon. I don't think there's anything else. The title still reads Song of Solomon. I'll have to see. I've got an NIV right in front of me. Let me see what it says. Yeah, it says Song of Songs, but it's this Bible has said Song of Songs, I think, even when I got it, and that would have been in 88. So Vanessa says, I'm glad to hear you say you experienced changes a long time ago. It's reassuring to me that this place is not our home. Yeah. Yeah. I think I've always known. Bananas, Aqsa says, see if they grow the wrong way around. They do for me, but nobody seems to have noticed yet. What do you mean? Like on the tree they look different, or they're hanging down? Let's look up bananas. So it still says Song of Solomon in your King James, Craig Mary? Okay, I want to see bananas on trees. Let's see images. I'm getting all kinds of notifications. What are all these about? Okay. Let's see. Bananas on trees. I got pictures of bananas up, but I thought I put it on the screen for you guys. QP says she's got some planted in the back. Oh gosh, yeah. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. They're growing upwards. That is bizarre. Yeah, bananas, I think, were always spelled the way they are today for me. Bananas grow upside down now. They grow up. How can something grow upwards like that? We're really in the upside down place. I know. That is crazy. That is nuts. Oh my gosh. Growing upwards now. I mean, you know, it's kind of crazy about the Mandela effect because you do learn something new every day, you know? Like, you're like, what the heck? Oh my gosh. That is totally insane. You know, it's almost like you have to go through and just look at certain things every day to see, you know, like you could just randomly be going through stuff and see something like this. QP, are the ones in your backyard growing upwards like that? Maybe some of your saggy parts will start to grow upwards. I know, wouldn't that be nice, Crickberry? Oh my goodness. Land of Oz stuff. Yeah, I want to hear back from QP to see if her banana tree grows like that. Maybe she went out to check, or no. Aqsa, where did you come across that? How did you see that? Oh, it's nighttime, and right, yeah, I forgot that it was dark there, QP. But yeah, definitely let us know. The leaves look the same to me. Maybe one day the willow tree will look like it's been electrocuted, Aqsa. Oh my goodness. That is just insane. I know, it's almost like you have to revisit like every single thing. I'll take a flashlight, QP nonsense. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know, if I would have come across that like on a commercial or something, I would have flipped. I was like, what? You'd like to have an electric willow creek berry? I love willow trees. My grandma has a big birch willow. I guess that's a name, but it's a birch tree, but its leaves droop down like a willow. So it's not really a willow tree. It is a birch, but the leaves hang down. I've always loved that tree. Plantains. Should we look up plantains? I'm looking at plantains now, see if... Yep, they're growing upwards as well. I mean, you would expect it if bananas do, I guess. Craziness. Awakened Saint, it is almost 6:30 where I am. I'm in the mountain time zone. Dark Wolf says each banana plant produces only one bunch of bananas and then dies. Really? I didn't know that. Is that new, or has that always been like that? Sterile and upside down. A banana is a berry. And it grows on a plant that's an herb, not a tree. Has it always been like that? Hi, Candide. Well, in Texas, it's 1 hour different. My time is 1 hour different from Texas. So it would come on at 6 Eastern time in Texas in the morning. Yeah. I don't remember yeah, Candide, I remember bananas used to have the little black parts in the middle, but I thought maybe that was because of like genetic modification or something. Yeah, they formed a star of sorts, exactly. That sounds like Monsanto's work if it can only grow one crop. Yeah. Yep. That's very true. Okay, I'll be right back, you guys. I'm going to get some hot coffee. Okay, you guys, I think I came up with a really cool idea. When somebody's not here in the mornings, which I don't know when that will be, but I have an idea that because the sun's like coming up right now, and like I'll like film a sunrise during my broadcast sometime. I think that would be kind of neat. So a tomato is considered a berry now too? What in the world is going on? I gotta look that up. Let's see. Yeah, it says the tomato is an edible fruit or berry. Belongs to the nightshade family. I've never heard of a tomato or banana being a berry before. Not in my life. I mean, I'm not a horticulturist. I'm going to have to, that's something we should ask Lone Eagle. He's up on all that stuff. Monkeys will soon have wings. Fly, my pretties, fly. Oops, that's not a thing. I do want to tell you guys, I had this friend of mine that's a really huge skeptic of the Mandela effect. And I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again. But I texted him the other day and I said, he's a huge Marilyn Monroe fan. Huge. And I said, please don't tell me you remember Norma Jean with an E on the end. Please don't. And he said, nope, and neither does Elton John, or does Elton John because of the song Goodbye Norma Jean. Oh gosh. But I said, well, welcome to your first ME. Kiwi is also a berry. My gosh. But yeah, I want to ask Lone Eagle might know if he remembers it being a berry because I guess he's like an amateur horticulturist anyways. Okay, I'm going to look up kiwi. See. Oh, it went to the bird. Let's see. I'll see if it goes to the fruit. Oh, kiwi fruit. It's a Chinese gooseberry. Actually, that rings a bell. That it was called a Chinese gooseberry. A dingleberry. Do not tell me it's no longer a fruit. Let's see. 9 months from seed to bunch, and then it dies. The banana, I think you're talking about still yet. What's coconut? I'll have to look that one up too. What was it before? How long did it take before? Was it longer than 9 months or shorter? I have no idea. Well, I know there was always that controversy over whether tomatoes were a fruit or a vegetable, which I always knew it was a fruit, but 10 years for the banana tree to grow. Wow. But it didn't, once it grew though, it didn't die after it had the bananas like it does now, right? I mean, didn't it just, the bananas come back at whatever the growing season was? This conversation is bananas. Hi, the carp. Yeah, too many Emmys, new Emmys for the first thing in the morning. Yeah, I don't think it died. So if it took 10 years, if it took 10 years for it to grow, surely it didn't die right away. And I don't remember those banana trees dying right away. This is weird. This is so weird. It's bananas. You're a documentary addict, Aqsa says. Watch loads on harvesting. Banana trees lasted for years and years while fruiting without dying. That's what I thought. Oh my goodness. Yeah, awakens, they grew downwards. Now they grow upwards and the tree dies right after it's harvested. That's nuts. Well, MA said we should always learn something in every live stream, so I guess we all learned that bananas grow upwards now. Let's see. Evie says, how large did the fit place? I've never heard of that fish. Yeah, and it's an herb plant too. That's weird. Right, Aqsa? Yeah. All right, 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, what a dilemma. Now, does anybody else remember rhythm having an N on it? Because for me, rhythm used to be RYTHMN. I mean, they always talk about dilemma, but never, or dilemma, but never rhythm. That's how it used to be spelled for me. Yeah, Brandon, the whole upside down Christmas thing is bizarre as well. Right. Yeah, I know how it's spelled now, but that must have changed a long time ago for me too. I think dilemma and rhythm changed at the same time. And I think that was like 80s or early 90s for me. Yeah, Craig Mary says they had to bring banana trees in. Yep. Yes, sherbet changed for me too. Sherbet used to be sherbet. Yeah, see, my problem is like some of these that I saw change so long ago. You know, I have a dual memory of because I'm like, but then I'll think back and like, yeah, it did used to be like that, you know. Sherbet changed for me a long time ago. I mean, maybe not the 80s, but like, you know, 90s, I think, at least. Well, I think the whole thing about the upside down things are because, the Bible says that Satan turns everything upside down. Did you guys know that? Let me try to find that verse and I'll bring it up. Let me see. Where is it found? Isaiah 29:16. Let me look that up on Bible Gateway. Come on. Okay. Isaiah. Hi, Rocksteady Raine. Yeah, it apparently grows upside down now, Rocksteady Raine, and on an herb instead of a tree. Okay, so here I am on Isaiah 29:16. It says, "Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay." For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not, or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he has no understanding? But yeah, so, Satan turned things upside down. Oh, did candy cupcakes used to be candy cookies? I don't think I'd ever seen that one. Dreaming of a right way Christmas. Yeah. Oh, Vanessa, thanks. Yeah, I definitely want to film a sunrise sometime for my broadcast. I think that'd be fun. Yeah, I'm hoping you guys are good with each other because. Oh, okay, good. Goes with the dingleberries. Okay, kids. Be good. Mama, I'll have to put you in the timeout. I'm kidding. Well, you guys, I'm going to get off here. Korrie comes on in 15 minutes. So that'll give you time to do a few things. If you want to listen to Korrie's broadcast, you can use the restroom, make your coffee, get you something to eat, whatever. But I hope everybody has a great day or evening. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I'll leave the chat open for a little bit.